Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Sipa Mota, aka the ZuluMachine, and today we are asking another question, guys. That came from my viewers, some subscribers. They left a comment here asking me that can I search one of these places to go. So today I'm bringing a video about it. So can you travel to Egypt right now in 2020? So without wasting your time, guys, please do subscribe to the channel, give a like and a follow, and let's get this video started. Yeah, boom.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So guys, today we are looking at Egypt, only Egypt today, guys, to see if you can actually get into Egypt and all its rules that it governs and all the COVID restrictions that were updated around the 28th of February. So this video, the updates I got are from 28th of February. So please do remember to double check if you're going to any country. I'll be putting videos about COVID restrictions because they might change at any moment, and some information I have might be wrong also because I am getting it also on the internet. So feel free to do that. Otherwise, let's get this thing started, guys. So firstly, yes, Egypt, it is open for travel right now. You can actually go to it, but there are certain rules based on if you have a vaccine or not vaccine. So right now I'm just going to jump into it and just read what it says or what the information was displayed here. Hopefully it won't be something that's boring because I know Egypt has beautiful places to go to, pyramids, they have camels that you can ride on, all of those places. Remember also, government can close those places at any moment if they feel like they want to increase the COVID restriction at any moment. So be aware of that when you're going on holiday. And yeah, so first thing is we have to check now. Okay, it says all travel passengers from all countries will be required to complete a health declaration form issued on your airline on arrival, guys, or on your airline or on arrival. So basically your airline must give you this thing or you will get it on arrival. You have to have your paper health declaration, guys, that will have your personal details, and you may need to provide confirmation of a valid health insurance policy to the airport authorities. So what it means that, guys, you need your COVID-19 health insurance that you can have. And for my side, since you know me, I like being covered and being safe, so I would suggest you guys get the safety wing insurance or one of their products, because safety wings right now, you can actually get to insure nomads and you can actually insure your remote team basically right now when you go to the safety wing website, guys. And also I'll leave the link in the description of safety wing below here. So basically what it means that if you're insuring nomads, so it means that nomads insurance is a global medical aid that can cover people all over the world while outside of their home countries. Basically, it also covers COVID-19. It's included there, so it is valid as a COVID-19 insurance, and you can buy it in. Basically, you can buy it even if you are already abroad, so it doesn't limit you in any way whatsoever. And remember, guys, you can also set your days. Like if you want it for 5 days, they allow you to set your days. If you want it for every month, every 4 weeks, then it's going to be a specific amount that you're going to be paying, $48 that you'll be paying, unless I'm wrong, guys. But I'm wrong. Yeah. Besides that, the other side of it, that insure your team, your remote team. Basically, Safety Wing allows you to pick a product that will make you insure your whole team. Basically, remote health is a global health insurance that will cover your employees, your contractor worldwide under one plan, guys. Under one plan, regardless if they live, or regardless where they live. Basically, they can live in Egypt, they can live in Korea, they can live anywhere. So if you are using a company things to, or actually you're sending your employees to Egypt, you can use Safety Wing also because they're going to be covered for that. And you can add and remove any user basically on that dashboard if they're no longer working for your company, so it doesn't bind them forever. And remember, as I said, you can specify how much days you want to cover and how much days you want to not cover, or else you can go with the standard monthly payment that you want to do. And for the remote side, since we're covering a team, it might differ, but you can remove and add people to swap as much as you want, guys. So safety wings, please double check the link below if you want more information about it and want to join it. I'll leave the link on the description, guys. For your safety, please go to safety wing, guys, and just pick one of their products. It's going to be very helpful for you. Besides that, let's continue with our Egypt information. So we've done declaring and we have given you all the airport authorities your basically your COVID-19 insurance or health insurance policy. And basically Egypt authorities have advised that all arriving into Egypt will be subjected to a health measure. So yeah, so they're gonna be checking a lot of things. Passengers arriving from countries with a C9 COVID-19 variant of concern that has been identified may be required to go a rapid test. ID now. I don't know what it means ID now, but they said ID now in brackets. So a rapid test on arrival, maybe that's what it means. Yeah, but on arrival you're gonna do a rapid test if you're coming from a countries with a variant. Different, I'll call it a variant that is more dangerous and more on a red band, basically. And I think if you are positive, you need to subsequent a PCR test that determines if you need to be isolated at the government hospital if it's necessary. And there are temperature checks everywhere at the airports in Egypt, so you're gonna be checked eventually for your temperatures. And travelers are required to wear the face masks all the time, guys. All the time, face mask. Remember that you wear face masks on all terminals in Egypt. And COVID-19 entry entry requirements may change on short notice, so you must check the specifics with your airline before traveling. So like I said, guys, remember I always say this disclaimer: all the information I'm telling you right now might change even if before you even fly. So double check with your airline and double check with everything that you're going to be using, just to make sure that you don't find yourself stranded at the airport without knowing that you need some sort of certificate or something else. Anyway, if you're truly fully vaccinated, guys, you can enter Egypt without actually needing to test or quarantine. But remember, guys, at least 14 days must pass since you're fully vaccinated. Basically, your last shot, if you're doing Pfizer or other ones, the last shot must hit you 14 days before you go to Egypt. That's the rules around it. And all vaccine must be approved by the Egypt drug authorities or the World Health Organization, guys. And they currently include either Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, if I'm saying it right, Sinopharm, Sinovac. There's so many vaccines, guys. Sputnik V, I don't know what that means. Johnson and Johnson, obviously, vaccine. I think those are the ones that are allowed. And everything I say, guys, I'm gonna try to list on the side here. And passengers arriving from countries with a COVID variant has been identified to still require to be basically what I'm saying, that if you in a country with a high risk COVID variant or in a red band country, you basically still required to have a COVID rapid test on arrival, guys. So you're going to be doing COVID test on arrival even if you're fully vaccinated. So that's the rules around it. So, and you need proof that you are vaccinated. You need to give the certificate. You must present your proof that you are fully vaccinated. And Egypt will not accept basically Egypt will accept proof of COVID-19 vaccination record, but your vaccination dose must be at least 14 days before you travel, guys. So it means your last jab or your first one, if it's only one jab you're doing, must be done before 14 days prior traveling to Egypt. And your appointment card for vaccine center does not prove that you are vaccinated, guys. You need to have a proper certificate for vaccination, not the one that you use for the appointment. So be aware of that, and remember, you must be able to prove that it is a valid certificate, and they can scan it. So Egypt authorization have advised that COVID-19 certificates, paper or electronic, must be issued by accredited laboratories in the country of issue linked with a QR code that you can verify. So that's how it is when it comes to fully vaccination and proving, because people can cheat and try to do other things, And if you're not fully vaccinated, basically, if you're not fully vaccinated, you will need to show a negative PCR test, so before you go to Egypt, if you're not vaccinated, you need to show a negative PCR test and taken not more than 72 hours before arriving to Egypt. So 72 hours before arriving to Egypt. Or else, either you will take a COVID-19 rapid test, or pathogen test. Basically, all of those things. Okay, so negative PCR test or a COVID ID now or a rapid test must be done 72 hours before arriving to Egypt. And if you've been you got COVID, you must provide proof of recovery. Basically, proof of COVID recovery will not be accepted. Okay, so proof of COVID recovery will not be accepted in Egypt. So that means, downside, everyone needs to do a PCR test, either a COVID ID now or a rapid antigen test 72 hours before you fly. So all of that. Recovering from COVID, that certificate doesn't matter here. And passengers arriving from London Heathrow only are permitted to have a PCR test conduct more than 96 hours. So basically, they are allowed more time if you're coming from London Heathrow, guys. Am I saying it right? London Heathrow, yeah. You're allowed to have your PCR test or your go now or your rapid antigen for more than 96 hours prior to arriving in Egypt. So they get a bit of a lean way, people from London. So good luck with that. Yeah, all variant of COVID-19 test certificate must be issued by accredited laboratories to the countries, and they always keep writing that, and must have a date and time of the sample withdrawn and must be stamped or have a QR code. Yeah, and people entering entry to the Red Sea. Basically, it means that I don't know how to read this, but there's an entry to the Red Sea. Harganda and Marsa Alam. Okay, I'll put this name down. South Sea Sinai, Sham A Sheikh, and Masamatro. If you are not fully vaccinated, Egypt authorities have advised that unvaccinated tourism arriving directly at the airport in the coastal conference of the Red Sea. I will not repeat all of those names. Have an option to take a PCR test on arrival that will cost them $30. So if you're going to the Red Sea, guys, you're gonna have to pay $30 on arrival if you're not vaccinated. After testing, you will be required to self-isolate at the hotel until you receive your results, basically. Yeah, so you're gonna have to self-quarantine at the hotel at your own cost, basically. So you're gonna have to do self-isolation at a hotel at your own cost, and after that, the Egypt authorities will be in touch with you and advise you whether you need to continue isolating, and test result will be expected to become available between 12 and 24 hours, guys. So be aware of that if you're going to the places, to the Red Sea, enter to the Red Sea, guys. Otherwise, guys, kids, young people under the age of 12, basically they inherit the fully vaccinated travelers as they enter. What does that mean? Okay, children under the age of 12 can follow the rules as the fully vaccinated travelers enter. Okay, so basically, if you are fully vaccinated and your kid is under, and you have a kid that's under the age of 12, you're gonna be following the same rules, guys. When you're going to Egypt, there's no changes. There's nothing about. Doesn't matter if the kid is unvaccinated, as long as they're under the 12 years, they're going to be treated as they're fully vaccinated. If you are transitioning between Egypt, basically you're just passing through, there's a statement that says there are no transiting requirements for traveling through Egypt. And exemption, there are no exemption to Egypt entry requirements, guys. So be aware of that. There's no exemption. And other internal restrictions that you might need to know, that public spaces and services, basically everyone should comply with the measures that the Egyptian government basically puts in. So basically puts in placement limits, like the authorities can respond to a COVID virus involving local measures that can change at any time, guys. With the basically they can change the restriction at a short notice without actually any warning. So authorities may announce the closure of public spaces, including parks, beaches, at short notice, in particular public holidays. Because in public holidays, there's a lot of people going to those places, so they might decide that we're closing them for the specific holidays. So you should follow guidelines of the local authorities. Wearing of masks is mandatory everywhere, guys. So in public spaces, basically mandatory is very mandatory. The wearing of mask is mandatory, so please follow those rules, and including government offices and malls, retail, public transport, you must wear your mask, you guys. Legal penalties could be applied to non-compliant. So if you are not compliant, you might find yourself in trouble. So be careful when you're visiting places and without wearing any mask. But I would suggest you wear a mask anyway. As long as you move out of your hotel room or your Airbnb or whatever house you'll be staying in, have a mask on you and be careful of everything, guys. Sanitize, wash your hands. But yes, Egypt is open for anyone to want to see the pyramids, guys, the wonders of the world. Egypt has a deep history on its own. Maybe one day we'll do a video about Egypt, how many things we can find in Egypt that are basically a part of history that you cannot change. But the famous one is the pyramids. Pyramid, they are always the famous ones. Other than that, there's also a river of Nile in Egypt, so you can also see that. And the food in Egypt is very good. Food is very good. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I have for you, the latest news I got. I'll also put the link of this information if I cannot put it in the description. All of it, I will actually take it and just put a link in there so that you can follow it and go and check it out. And I did pull it on Travel Band's website, where they say travel safe. It's like a new website. You can check any country that you want to see if you want to go to it. So I'll put that link below also. But also, if you need COVID insurance, Safety Wing is your man. I'll put the link also on the description, guys. So without wasting any time, guys, if you have any information or want to interact with me and actually comment if there's anything changed or anything I said that was wrong, please leave your comments below, guys. I will accept that and we'll talk, guys. I'm always available, willing to talk with anyone. Besides that, this is ZuluMachine, guys. It's the end of this video for Egypt, guys. Maybe we're gonna do another one next week, following on a guy that I wanted more answers around COVID-19. So we might see, maybe we're gonna go for US and UK just to expand on his list, because he did talk about UK and also USA, but we'll see. And also China, he also included China. Anyway, if you like my content and what I'm doing right now, guys, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, give a like, guys, and share with your friends and families what you think that I just said right now. And if it's useful to you, leave a comment telling me it's useful. If it's not useful, click that dislike button and leave a comment why do you like it. Otherwise, how can I improve if there's no one disliking what I'm saying? Anyway, besides that, this is ZuluMachine signing out, guys. Have a great day and your evening, your morning, whatever you have. I'll see you on another video next time. Maybe unboxing, sharing regulations, or just traveling. We'll see. Anyway, I'm out. Peace out. Kaboom.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying.